Hello, everybody. Happy Wellness Wednesday to every single one of you. I just wanted to share a few nuggets with you all regarding the challenge that you all had completed yesterday. And let me just say this, first of all, if you were one of those that got a strike yesterday because you didn't turn in your story, I'm giving extra credit this week. Get your story into the Lavelle fan page and get it shared on your page today, okay? I'm giving you guys some makeup here because you guys, you don't realize how powerful this is. And I don't know, we had less strikes yesterday than what we had the day before, but it is so powerful. And so I just wanted to share some things that you guys can do. And I was telling you guys yesterday, so I have all my sheets here with all your names on it, who your 200K is, and then all of the notes that I'm taking of what we need to talk about, and maybe some areas that I can help you guys grow with, and also maybe some things that you guys can chime in as well. So yesterday we shared our story to the Lavelle fan page, right? And to our either timelines on Facebook or our Instagram timelines. And I think for the most part, some of you got over a big hurdle that was really blocking you and in your way for so long, right? Like, I think so many of us, like, once we got that done, we breathed such a sigh of relief and a breath of fresh air. And it was so important to be able to check that off because people need to hear our story. You guys, at the end of the day, we are a story-driven business, and people don't buy products, they buy you. Okay? You are the one that connects the dot. You are the bridge from them saying no way to yes. You are that connecting piece, and we can share graphics and, our DFTs all day long, but unless we're sharing why we're doing this and getting into what was life like before and making it relatable, you are going to be at a standstill, okay? And so just when we're going through all of these challenges, you guys, I'm so excited about the next 28 days because everything is going to build upon each other. We're going to dabble in different things and we're going to keep building upon this. And here is why. Because so many of us have woken up and saying, I don't know what to do today. I don't know where to go. My gosh, I have taken a seat back in my business for 6 months, or maybe it's been 6 weeks, and maybe you've taken a seat back and you're jumping in now. There's so many times where we just don't know where to start. And so when we have these baby steps of breaking that ice, getting you comfortable, that is when the magic happens. So I'm having my shake for lunch today because I am still battling the bulge from the weekend, or even taking my Valence too, but my inflammation is out of control. So I'm like, shake for breakfast, shake for lunch. I put some Blast in here to help with the antioxidants. It's so good. So I have strawberry shake and the Blast. You guys, it is like a lethal combo. It's so freaking good. So anyways, sharing your stories on the Lavelle fan page, also on your timeline. We talked about it being free. Drop a 1 below if it was freeing for you guys, because I'm dropping a 1 here because it was freeing for me to give my updated Thrive experience. So many times fear is holding us back. We're afraid of what other people are going to think of us. We're afraid of sharing our story because of opinions of others that don't matter. I want you guys going through this challenge bold and fearless, because at the end of the day, those naysayers, it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what their opinion is, because they're not the ones, feeding your family. They're not the ones helping you thrive for free. They're not the ones paying your bills. And they're certainly not the ones feeling as dang good as you do. Okay? When I first got when I first got into this industry, I got a tickle in my throat now. 8 years ago, I had so many haters, you guys. My husband was one of them. I got to say that quiet because he's in the other room right now. My husband was one of them. I had haters everywhere I turned around. My background is in insurance and marketing, and so I had a really great corporate job, and I loved what I was doing, but it wasn't fulfilling. And so when I changed gears and started doing this full time, people were so taken back. I was actually fired from my last job because they downsized the territory. That opened my eyes, because at that point, I realized it didn't matter how good I was. Excuse me. It didn't matter how well I succeeded. If they were going to downsize a specific vision or a territory, it didn't matter, and your head was on the block, and I'd lost my job. And so I made that decision to go one of two ways. Either I could make the decision to put my eggs in, I don't want to say in one basket, but just really push the chips in the middle of the table and really go all in and forget about what the naysayer said, or I could go back to corporate America. Neither one was wrong. I just had to go with what my heart said, and my heart said was going all in. And for 2 years, I had people, including, my closest friends and family, make fun of me. They're like, oh, you're still doing that pyramid scheme? I'm like, you're still doing the broke thing? I would get snarky and so mad, but it would just fuel my fire. So let that fuel your fire. Not everybody is going to be for you. Okay, not everybody wants to see you succeed, because they're too damn afraid of stepping out of their own fears to get over themselves in order to have a breakthrough and see success for themselves. So they certainly don't want you to have success if they can't get over them dang selves, okay? And so I want you guys to get over that fear part. And I think yesterday was such a big piece of that. Fear is no longer going to hold us back, okay? So drop a flame below if you guys are with me. Fear is no longer going to hold you back. And we have got to own this. The time of us being shy and whispering what we have our hands on is over. It is time to be shouting this with confidence, with poise from the rooftops. You guys, I went from taking 9+ supplements a day and napping every time my son napped, and being grouchy and snappy and just not living my life to the fullest, to feeling the best I felt, and I'm almost 40 years old. We have a gift. And so it is time for us to hold our head high and share this and own it. Okay, I've had several conversations with you all, and who I'm talking about making your post public. The content that some of you have that you're sharing and you're having it just for your friends is mind-blowing. It is insane. Growing your followers is huge. Interacting, we're going to get to groups, we're going to get to Facebook groups, we're going to do these things, but we have steps in place. We need you guys to make your profile public. We need you guys to make sure that public can comment on your posts. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, scroll a few posts down, and I actually share in there how to make sure that your posts are public, and also how public can comment on your post. This is huge. You guys know most of my customers now and promoters come from non-friends, but they come from followers, because people, everybody's a little different. Not everybody wants to be your friend on Facebook, but they certainly want to be nosy and follow you, right? And so just do yourself a favor. It's easier to dial back a post that's personal. Maybe it's intended just for friends and family. Maybe you're having a birthday party. Maybe you don't share, your kids. It's easier to dial back those posts than it is to make sure you jump through the hoops for every time you want to post your business or, a story or your Flex Friday. Okay. Make this easy and streamlined, and be an open book, because until people can relate to you, they're certainly not going to trust you. And people join people and buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So let them in. Okay. So several of you yesterday, I was going through, I didn't get a chance to go through every single person's story. That is definitely my goal this week, is to sit down and try to go through and read your guys' stories. Number one, because it inspires the pants off from me. If you guys need to be inspired, read 2 stories a day from our group. It's insane. In 30 days, you'll have read them all. They are so inspiring. You guys, everybody started somewhere, and there's so many relatable stories. I can't wait until they're published, because I already have people in mind of who I'm going to be sharing your stories with. Okay, so this isn't just for you guys. You're going to be able to borrow these stories from friends and from, our group here, to be able to share them with others and, help you grow your business and help them feel better, right? And so so many of us had people that commented on our stories, whether it was Instagram and Facebook. And I just want to give you guys some pointers. And if I'm just asking you guys, like I'm going to tell you guys all the time, I'm better at a collaboration and a partnership than I am just talking to you guys. So if you guys have ideas and things that are working for you, please share them below in the comment section here. I'm also going to drop some scripts for you guys too, okay, in just a few minutes here. But how to approach people when they like or comment. So let's just start with likes first. Okay, so you shared your story. It was so scary, right? We had confidence, we had poise, we shared, day 1, day 3, day 10, what is life like now? We're confident in that. That's our story. So let's say you had people like that. What I would encourage you to do is, let's say you had 5 people like that, okay? I would encourage you to message those 5 people, excuse me, even if, I did not bring my water in here, but let's hope this is water. Oh, good, it is. Sometimes I put my, this is so bad. Sometimes I put my nighttime drinks in those to keep them cold, and I throw them in the fridge. Glad that wasn't vodka. Anyways, so let's say you have 5 people. I would encourage you to inbox them and just say, hey, Susie, I just wanted to say thanks for the support on my post and me sharing my story yesterday. You stop there, or you can go on to say, it took a lot of courage for me to do that, and your support means the world to me. That's it. You're not bombarding Susie. You're not asking her to join your team. You're not asking her to become a customer, anything like that, okay? Say thank you. That opens the door to conversations. I also want you to write those names down in a notebook. I'm going to give you guys a little ninja tip, a little side note here. Whatever you guys use, if you guys have something that works really, really well, please share that here. Follow-up is key. And if you're not following up, you are dead in the water. Okay? Period. Point blank. Simple. So find a system that works for you. All of us are different. Not 2 of us are going to do the same thing. I'm going to show you what works for me, and maybe it might spark something that you can tweak or do differently or add to, or maybe you're like, my system's fantastic and hers is crazy. It doesn't matter. You guys, this is a 5-star notebook. I love this because I can take this everywhere with me. I literally travel around every time we go to the lake, every time we go to anywhere, I have my little backpack with me, and this fits right in it. So the first section here are all of my leads. I got papers flying out. They're all of my leads. And I will highlight those as they become customers or promoters. But this first section is leads. And so, for example, I will also mark if they had a trial or an order. And then I have to add in here yet. Down here, I'll write at the top, story that was shared. And then the date. So 8/13, story shared on Facebook, 8/13, and write down all the people that had commented or liked on that. So that way I can make sure that it's a memory jogger for me, and I can follow back up with them as well. So just a little ninja tip there, just to tell you guys what's in my other sections. Section number 2 is my promoters. Section number 3 is my customers. Section number 4 is like any nuggets for personal development, social development, things like that. Section number 5 is for my mini experiences. So you guys can change that up. But anyways, I just wanted you guys to know or have an idea of follow-up, right? So you have these people that are liking, commenting, you're getting in their inbox. Once they, they're going to respond and say, yeah, that was great. Or they're going to respond and say, no problem. Or maybe they'll totally ignore you or ghost you, but you know that they're watching. So what I would also do is make sure that you're extra intentional on going to their page and liking and commenting as well. You guys, this is not an all-day task, okay? If you have a list of 20 names that you know that you need to make sure you go to their page and engage like once every day or couple of days, it should take you no more than 5 minutes to do that. Like, comment, move on. Like, comment, move on, right? Okay. Now, let's take it one step further. So let's say not only did you have 5 likes, but you also had 3 comments. Okay, maybe 2 of them are existing customers or promoters. And then the other one was somebody asking for information or saying, wow, that's an incredible story. What do you do? Number one, what you don't do is drop your link and say, hey, check it out here, and give them your link. You never, ever, 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 ever give away your cookies, okay? Don't ever give away your cookies. Don't drop your link. Don't post your link in your profile, or on your post, rather. Don't put your link right in the comments. Don't do that, because you're giving away all your cookies and you're not engaging with them and interacting with them. So if somebody says, oh my gosh, that's fascinating, or I would like to know a little bit more information, get in their inbox. Oh my gosh, Dana, that's so amazing. Congrats. Get in their inbox, you guys. So you're in their inbox and you're saying, hey, Mark, I just wanted to say thank you so much for reading my story. You know, it was really personal, but I feel like I have so many people I can help. I appreciate that. What part of my story related to you or struck a chord? And shut up. Thank them, ask them a question, and stop. The less you say, the better. Okay? Don't throw up all over them. Don't tell them what Thrive is. Don't tell them about the 3 steps. Don't tell them how to order. You are simply opening that door and saying hello. Okay? Once you said hello and Mark comes back and says, gosh, you know, all of it, I've got school starting soon as well. I've just been dragging. I love to XYZ, whether it's lose weight, have more energy, I don't sleep, whatever it is. I say, oh my gosh, Mark, I can so relate. I was there. I get it. I understand how you feel. Well, let me share some information with you and see if this makes sense. And I basically have, and I'll drop it below, a message that says, oh, I wish I had it here. Actually, I do. I just sent it out. You guys, I've used these messages for 2 years. I tweak them per person. I don't have it here, but it basically explains what Thrive is. And my computer, our Wi-Fi is a nightmare here, you guys. Explains what Thrive is, and it's three steps. It's 1 product in 3 steps, and I kind of break down what it is, and then you might experience XYZ, and I kind of tailor it to them. So I might delete things, I might add things. Could you use help on any of these areas? Would this be useful for you? And he's going to come back and say yes. All I'm doing is asking a question about what he had already told me. Okay, so because he's already said he wants help with XYZ, I'm just making sure that I'm crystal clear on that and saying, okay, well, this is what it can help with. This is what you want help with, right? See what I'm doing there? I'm just getting his buy-in again, and he's going to say, yes, oh my gosh. And so then at that point, what I do is I say, okay, well, what we're going to do is I'm going to have you register for a totally free account and just ask for your email. I want to see what deals this unlocks for you. So, and I drop my link. And at that point, he wants a deal, right? So I say, let's get you a free account. Let me see what deals I can unlock for you. Let's get you registered, and then I'll get right back to you. Almost immediately, not only A, do I have a new free account, but B, they're eager to do it, because who doesn't want to save money, right? Who doesn't want to save money with what they're going to get their hands on? Everybody wants a deal, right? Like, your health is priceless, but everybody wants to feel like they're getting an amazing deal, okay? So at that point, then once he registers for his account, he's going to come back to me and be like, done. And I'm going to be like, fantastic. Hang on just a second and let me check. What I will come back with then is 3 options: a good, better, best, based on what his goals are. Okay, so my good option is always a 6-day trial. I do a 6-day trial for $40. You guys can do it whatever you guys want. And the reason why I start with a 6-day is because I want them to actually be consistent more than 3 days. You guys can do what you want to do. When I do sample packs, happy packs, I do 3 days. But when I have someone that's asking me for the information, they want help, I start with a 6-day. So the good option is a 6-day trial. Their better option is a 30-day with the Thrive Experience plus DFT, and their best option normally is the Tone Pack plus DFT. Okay, and so I'm going $40, $150, $190. Where do you think they're going to fall at? They're going to feel like that $150 is right in the middle, kind of middle of the road. They're not jumping in too hard, but then they're, still getting a good deal. And typically all I offer is free shipping. And I say, your better and best options are available to the next customer that signs up, and I'm offering free shipping. So I will just send them $15 in credits. And that's usually all the more that I send people. Sometimes they don't even have to do that just because they're already getting a fantastic deal. Okay. So we'll stop there as far as, how to convert that conversation, but you have to open that door, get in their inbox, start going back and forth. Like I was talking to a girl today. I hadn't talked to her in over 2 years. Our kids go to school together, and she's like, send me some info. And I was like, all right. And I'm like, you ready for school yet? And we were just chit-chatting about school. And I'm like, hey, what was it about my story that struck a chord? Is it freezing up? It might be. My service is horrible, you guys. I'll rewatch this, and if I need to redo it, I will. Give me some hearts if I'm still frozen. My dog is trying to get in the door right now. Can you guys hear him? Am I still frozen? I see 5 of you on. Okay, we're just going to continue with this. And so you have to open that door. You're bouncing back and forth, having a conversation. I was just super nonchalant with it. I know this girl, we're not super great friends. Obviously, we haven't talked in 2 years, but I was just like, so what was it about my story that struck a chord with you? And she, told her, story, and she's like, I'm just ready. And then immediately after that, I had a girlfriend that has had a free account with me. She's actually free promoter with me, and she got pregnant like back to back, and she's like, I'm finally done breastfeeding. I'm ready to do that 10-day trial now. I'm like, fantastic. And then I had 2 people get in my inbox, you guys, just from sharing my story yesterday. And, we might feel like we're talking about this over and over and over, but you have to remember 7% of your audience is actually seeing your posts on a regular basis. So that means 93% of people have to see your story at some point. But if you're only sharing it once and assuming every single person's seen it, again, you are dead in the water. Thank you, Dana. And so just keep that in mind, okay? We want to be sharing this over and over. Thanks, Elizabeth. Sharing your story over and over and over again. You can tweak it, but that's why it's so important for us yesterday to go in and reshare our Thrive experience, or for the first time, share our Thrive experience. And just like I shared with you guys before, going forward, when you're having conversations with people and they're like, what is it that you do? Tell me a little bit about this. You can send them your link in Facebook and send them your link to your fan page story. And again, they're going to see that validation of all those people liking and commenting on that. Your, initial goal is to, build that trust, build that relationship, get that free account, and then seal the deal. And not everybody's going to say yes right now. You guys, I have so many free customer accounts, and slowly but surely, it's like almost like 11 months on the dot, they finally convert. So I'm just like, all right, the more free accounts I get now, the more business I'm going to have down the road. So I think that's it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is just, don't spam people. You guys, don't hop all over them. I know I kind of mentioned this before, but if somebody likes or comments, do not throw up all over them. I think that's the biggest mistake that we make. And we want to be genuine, authentic, and real, and be able to share naturally through conversation. You guys, we are not in a transactional business. We are in a relationship business. So that's why it's so important, because once they fall in love and trust you and realize that you're not just trying to sell them something, that you actually care, you're going to actually be able to help that individual thrive for free, because they know you care about them. And once they start their story on their, personal journey, you're going to ask them the same thing. Hey, would you mind sharing with me what it was like day 1, day 3, day 10? And you're going to have those conversations with them all the way through. that is exactly why today we are talking about your customers and your auto ships and where are those customers at that we can help thrive for free. Because now that we've shared our story, we can share our story with them and say, would you mind writing up a paragraph on how this has helped you? And then going forward, you can say, let's think of 5 people that we can share this with that you might want to help as well. Because remember, we're not trying to make them promoters. We just simply want them to be able to thrive for free. So I hope that helps. I apologize. This was a lot longer. I pray this didn't freeze for all of you. Normally I'm sitting back there in my pretty little ring light and my beautiful background, but today we are working from the office, looking at the beautiful outside, and this is what you guys get. So if you guys got value from this, please let me know. If you guys have other tips or ideas, share them below, and I will grab my scripts now, and you guys are welcome to use them, edit, change however you want. Hashtag ninja tip. If you guys aren't using the notes in your phone, you're missing out. I have an iPhone. I know that Androids, you guys have a note section as well. I actually also have Androids. I have my son has a hotspot phone, and then I have an Android work phone as well. And what you can do is you can save these in the notes in your phone. And I have one that's just called scripts. I know that's icky, yucky. Maybe make it a flower. I don't care what you guys name it, but save these in the notes in your phone. I also have a folder for product information. I have a folder for shared notes, what I share with my new promoters. I also have a section for Lavelle posts. So things that I've written up. Maybe it was a rainy day or I'm in a car ride. I write some posts, I write some ideas down. I have a notes folder for videos, YouTube videos, my own testimonials through Thrive that I've had. I have videos that I made on YouTube that explain the 3 steps, my personal story on YouTube, those kinds of things. And so you guys utilize the notes in your phone. Work smarter, not harder. There is no secret recipe for success. There's no secret sauce. If you guys came in here hoping that we would sprinkle magic fairy dust all over you and boom, you'd be a millionaire, unfortunately, that's not the case. And so if you can figure out how to work smarter, maximize your amount of time that you're putting into the business, you don't have to work this business 8 hours a day. You need a solid hour, even broken up throughout your day with super intentional time, with smarter hacks, less fumbling, less searching, less, writing, that kind of stuff. And if you can streamline a little bit, it is going to catapult your business. The other hack I'll give you guys, and I actually have a YouTube video I can share with you guys on this, is using the shortcuts in your phone. I was going to do a whole nother live on this, but I'll do that as well. But I'll put a note here that I put it on this one. Using the shortcuts in your phone. So again, I use my Apple for almost everything. If you go to General, Keyboard, Text Replacement. So go to General, you go to your settings, go to General, go to Keyboard, go to Text Replacement. In there, again, you can create shortcuts for anything. So LV, when I put LV space, it populates my link. One thing you don't want to do is type out your link for those people that are commenting on your story, because what if you typed it wrong? What if you misspelled it? So make sure that it is A, right, and B, that you get it in a text replacement, a shortcut in your phone, so that all you have to do is type out something, LV, and it's going to populate your link, and it's a done deal. I do the same thing with my email address. It's Schwartz Family Wellness. And so I type out SFW, boom, my email pops out. I do that with my phone number. I do it with my email address. I do it with the 3 steps when somebody gets a trial happy pack. I type out 1, 2, 3 space, boom. The whole, like, this is what you do day 1, day 2, day 3. We're going to be in touch. Da, 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 da. I have all of that stuff saved in my phone. And so it just streamlines everything for me. So if there's a couple of things that you guys can throw in there that'll save you time, your link is one of them. You want to make sure that your link is right every single time you are sending that out, because I promise you, if you don't catch it in 48 hours, it could be a problem for you, and we don't want that, okay? So anyways, I'm done. Have a good day, you guys. I'll get those notes, text replacements in here for you guys, or the scripts rather, that I use, and let us know what you guys are using too, okay? Have a good day.